Okay, 10 seconds. Babang na lang po. I guess we're live.
Okay, you're live.
All right. Okay. So,
Hey, OnlyFans, what's up? I'm Pat.
And I'm Carl.
And we are from Team O.
Welcome to the Mint episode 3.
Thank you for watching us live.
And we're currently at the only HQ here at Bicol University, Silly Delhi. So, Pat, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great as well. Because for the past few days, we've accomplished a lot of things here at Only Team. So one of the things that we've achieved for this week or for this July is that we've raised funds of $40,000 in our private sale. So yeah, so that's pretty big for an achievement for us. So and also we concluded our IDO after own token was sold out after releasing from the Spark Launch token platform. So a big shout out to the Spark Launch team of SparkPoint for the successful smooth launch of Own and Spark Launch platform. And Own BNB is also listed at Spark Swap with $100,000 initial total liquidity. So imagine how far that we've come for just a span of month, right?
Yeah, but of course, that doesn't stop there. Soon, Only will get listed on CoinMarketCap, PancakeSwap, CoinGecko, and other coin exchanges.
Amazing.
Plus other updates. In case you didn't know, you can get 10% crypto back in own token in every NFT purchases from Only's collection.
Oh, that's so nice.
One and only.
All right, pun intended. All right, so for tonight, we've for the highlight of our program, we invited our inaugural artist here at Only. So allow me to introduce to you our inaugural artist, none other than Lay Melendres. So hello, Lay.
Hi, Lay.
So how are you, Lay?
I'm great. I'm doing great.
All right. So we prepared a few questions for you for this evening. So are you excited?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So Pat?
Okay, so to start, here's a question. What's a weird fact about you that you think everyone should know?
Actually, I'm a pretty laid-back guy. Most of my friends think that I'm always so busy with work and with what's happening, but most of the time, I would usually just spend the whole day chilling or just doing whatever. But whenever I have a tight schedule, I would sometimes spend 24 hours just focusing on finishing the project. So not sure if that's a healthy thing to do, but it's been working really great for me.
I imagine how tough it is for you to work on a lot of projects, right?
Yeah.
I actually spend a lot of time with projects because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So
Yeah. I imagine. So yeah. So how do you prefer? So you mentioned that you have a very tight schedule sometimes, right? So how do you prefer to work? So do you prefer something that you're alone with music on? And also if you can share what are your favorite songs to listen to when you work?
actually, it usually depends on what kind of theme the project has. Like, it's a fun project, or like if I'm requested to create a lot of fun doodles, I would usually normally listen to upbeat music or
Nice. Any particular song?
mostly trap music.
I see. I see.
Like whenever I do murals live, I would usually listen to trap music. So It gives me a bit of energy when I do it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
want we want to get that energy.
So yeah, I think I usually listen to trap music as well whenever I want to, be energized whenever and when I work, especially when you have a lack of sleep. So just a
Yes, we need that.
boost of energy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
For
Hmm.
Okay,
artists,
so
projects, I would usually listen to lo-fi, so
All
I
right.
could
Yeah.
oh
Nice.
those
Yeah.
videos where it's just streaming 24 hours of
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, I think I also listen to Lofa as well whenever I want to focus on something. So yeah. So thank you for answering the question, Lay. All right.
so another question is, do you prefer to work using black and white or do you prefer creating a colorful illustration?
Actually, for me, both has their own unique satisfaction whenever I create it. Because with black and white, uh, whenever I see the finished artwork, I would usually look at it and imagine it in color, and
Mm.
which is really nice because whenever I do it, it gives me a bit of excitement. And with colored artwork, it's usually just a finished artwork all in all. So whenever I finish it, it's just a static artwork na. And I think I enjoy doing black and white more whenever I do it traditionally. But for colored, I prefer digital works. Yeah.
But I know it is tough for you sometimes to conceptualize a lot of illustrations. So do you ever get creative block or blank canvas syndrome if you're familiar with that? So what do you usually do to break this block?
That's a nice question.
Yeah, everyone actually experience that, especially
Yeah.
all the artists too. Yeah.
Actually, a pretty common problem with artists.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, true.
Mm.
uh, actually, I've learned this throughout. I happened to the video. Ayun. I actually learned that for professionals, you need to have you need to be able to come up with ideas anytime. So creative block separates the professionals from the amateurs.
Mhm.
But for me, even though I've been doing this for like more than 10 years, I think, I still get a lot of creative blocks. And sometimes it's really hard to force it because if you force it, you would always come up with something that you will never be satisfied with. So what I do is I would usually change my environment. Sometimes I would go out
Mhm.
Yeah.
and go to cafes. Well,
Yeah.
that before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would even rent out Airbnbs or hotels just so I could
Wow.
work
Well,
on
that's nice.
yeah. It's really nice to do the work around uh, near the beach actually because
Nice.
you get burnt out, you can just stroll to the beach and relax yourself. Sometimes I would even listen to different kinds of music, uh, music that are not actually in my playlist. Sometimes I would even also watch movies just to entertain myself. So, just anything that's unrelated to art mostly, so I could get a fresh mind. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so do you ever compare yourself to other artists?
Okay.
Next question.
I used to, but that was a really bad idea.
So
Because
how did it affect you on your work?
actually, because whenever you compare yourself to other artists, you would always compare yourself to someone who you think is better than you. So sometimes that person is a lot younger than you, or
Mhm.
who you think it uh, doesn't have a style that's better than yours, but who is
Mhm.
already achieving a lot. So that actually ruined my momentum back then. And then later on, I learned never to compare, because each of us have our own achievements and our own timelines. So when we compare ourselves to other people, we obviously check out all their achievements that we haven't achieved yet. But when we look at our own achievements, we get to see our own satisfaction in when it comes to our careers. So I think it's never nice. It's never okay to compare yourself to other people.
Mhm. Yeah, true.
Everyone has a different timeline,
Sure.
right?
That's true. So, did your age ever hold you back from showcasing your work? And what advice can you give to young artists like you?
Actually, before I used to think that experience comes with age,
Mhm.
and over the years, I've learned to realize that it's not necessarily the basis. So
Mhm.
like whenever I meet clients before, when I was like 24 years old, I think uh,
Mhm.
they would usually get shocked on how young I was, because I was doing a lot of work and I was handling a community of more than 2,000 members.
Oh, nice.
I was dealing with projects. I was presenting our ideas and our and they're not really used to having a sort of a CEO for a company that is younger than 30s.
Mhm.
Uh, Later on, I learned to accept that I've done a lot of stuff that's think far from what I expected when I was really young. So I treated it as early achievements, and my clients have learned to respect me for that.
Yeah, but that's inspiring. So young, you started so young.
Yeah, actually, is there's actually that's actually pretty amazing
Yeah.
to think that at very young age you were able to do those things and to accomplish all those things. So that's really something to look up to. So you did really great on your career path. Like,
But to follow that question, have you
I
ever?
for the advice pala. Forgot
sure.
to answer that.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I think uh, like especially now, artist doesn't all every young artist doesn't have to worry about their age anymore, because I think companies doesn't care anymore about your age as long as you're putting up good
Mhm.
work. Actually,
Wow, that's
they care about your certificate or your
Mhm.
diploma, as long as you're putting good work and you're being able to accomplish stuff that is requested from you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just do your
Anyway, so are you ever too old to choose an art style? So others, because they think of this question. So are you ever too old to choose an art style, and why do you think so?
actually I've known a lot of people who are who found out their art style at a later age.
Mhm.
I've known a painter who is now selling his paintings for millions, who just
Yeah. Mhm.
realized her art style was this abstract thing, and he realized it at around age 55, I think.
Yeah.
And now he's selling millions. And I know this guy who started at around age 13.
Mm-hmm.
And he's an Australian doodle artist, and he he decided to stick with his art style till now. I think he's now around age 17, and he's still selling millions for his artworks. So I think it's never too late to it's never too early or too late to decide on what kind of art style you want to be doing for the rest of your life, because experience is going to be teaching you anyway about what kind of art style you be doing, because like if ever you've chosen an art style at an early age, maybe later on you decide to try out another art style and be successful with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you just have to enjoy the process.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And actually, what they stated earlier is really beautiful. That it's never too late
Yeah.
to choose an art style. So that's really awesome, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like you already mentioned that you have an inspiration. So, who's your favorite artist, dead or alive, who inspired you and your art? And if you were to have dinner with this artist, what questions would you ask them and why?
Actually met my favorite artist before back in Grafica Manila, Kim Jong
Do
Gi.
we know the name of this
Kim Jong.
artist? Oh yeah. I think we met from on Graphica Manila 2019, right? That's 2019. Yeah.
And I really like his style, and I think he's a
Mhm.
genius. I'm not sure if he has photographic memory, but his style is it overwhelms me whenever I see it. I think I would ask him about the greatest challenges he faced during his career, and I'm also curious about the downsides of being so focused in improving your art style, because I remember he mentioned that he was obsessed in improving, so he would draw a lot every single day, and he would spend most of his time just drawing and trying out different styles and different techniques in order for him to improve his technique. I would also ask him about his greatest regrets as an artist, because from time to time, when you're too burnt out to do your work, you tend to think about the other stuff you could be doing instead of doing
Mhm.
art. For me, I have other hobbies like cooking or driving,
Mhm.
going to places, and some stuff you can't really do at the same time when you're really focused to achieving your goals as an artist, because both careers take a lot of time and effort. And uh, I think I would ask him about his favorite projects and
Mhm.
his goals in life, those he already achieved and those he will be planning to achieve later on. That's it.
Okay, so I hope they heard that question.
Yeah.
And maybe put comment down below.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as I mentioned earlier, you're the head of the doodle art community in the Philippines. So how did this help you grow as an artist?
Uh, Actually, being the head of the group was a really challenging part of my life, because
Mhm.
there's a first time for everything, and I wasn't expecting to be the head of a really big group, let alone conduct a lot of projects with them. So everything was trial and error, and I had to learn how to handle people from scratch. So actually, I wasn't the founder, and when they voted me, that was because I was already working as a graphic artist in an ad agency.
Mm-hmm.
So my years in the ad agency had taught me a lot of lessons when it comes to dealing with clients, and I was the only one who was experienced enough to deal with clients at that time when we started to do proposals for bigger projects, and interacting with around 2,000 members
Mm-hmm.
uh, taught me how to become an extrovert because I was originally an introvert.
Hashtag relate.
Yeah, true.
Uh, since I was the face of the group, I had to be courageous enough to do a lot of presentation in front of a lot of people, and I had to deal with a lot of problems inside and outside the group. So of course, when handling a lot of different personalities, there uh, tend to be a lot of misunderstandings, and I was able to learn how to deal with them through
Mm-hmm.
experience. And I think that the thing I enjoyed most about being the head of the group is being able to learn a lot of lessons from the members itself themselves, because with with this lot of with this amount of artists under you,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to find out a lot about their art styles, their processes. You even get
Mm-hmm.
to connect with their connections, and you they have become a great support when it comes to my work as well, my personal work, because they're very supportive, and uh, most of the time they are the only ones who would like my post.
Uh-huh.
So uh, in order for me to be able to help them with their careers as well, we decided to conduct a lot of exhibits for them to experience the exhibits, for them to experience being able to exhibit their work to the public. And I've also learned how to train a couple of the members to be able to handle the group without me. So we shared
Mm-hmm.
our knowledge, our techniques, and everyone gets to learn from each other. So that was it.
I imagine how tough it is to organize or facilitate 2,000 members,
Members.
right? Like
Yeah.
you have to answer all their queries and stuff like that. So
But I
it's
don't think
Mhm.
you have to pressure yourself. You just have to learn with them
Yeah,
and
yeah,
have
sure.
fun and interact
Actually,
with them.
yeah. I guess from what they told earlier, I think he really enjoys the process of training or educating other people, right?
Yeah.
So aside from promoting local artists day, uh, what else do you advocate for that you find extremely important?
Not sure if it's an advocating thing, but
Mm-hmm.
I would always push for collaborations, not just in the Philippines, but around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that by putting out collaborative projects where everyone could join. And sometimes I would post it on Instagram and invite my friends and my followers to participate. That way, I could also promote their pages whenever they submit their artwork, their finished artwork. I think I've done like 4 projects already, and I've seen the participants interact with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and I've also seen some of the artists who interacted with me in the collaboration uh, doing their own collaborative projects, which is really nice because uh, when I was able to talk to them, uh, they said that they started their own collaborative project because they were inspired with my own with the projects I put up.
Mm-hmm.
And with this kind of collaborative projects, you're opening a lot of opportunities for artists who are also amateurs in the field, who are just starting. You're also able to teach them how to interact with other artists and make connections as well. So uh, I think I also pushed a lot of collaborative work with whenever I do talks and workshops, because I would always encourage everyone to interact with other people, especially with those who has different styles compared to their style.
Mhm.
And it's not people think that it's like passing torches to the newer generation, but passing the torch to the next generation. But for me, it's more like passing a lot of torches to a lot
Mhm.
of different people, so
Nice.
I could continue my work and they could start their own as well.
Okay. So you might felt this, or do you think art is political? How do you express yourself through your works?
Actually, I've noticed that people uh, have been pushing that all art is political, but the
Mhm.
truth is, not all art is political. It depends on what kind of message you're pushing or trying to express with your artwork. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be political all the time, but you can definitely use art as a political standpoint or to express your political thoughts and maybe to help your movement as well.
Yes.
So yeah, so as we all know, Lay Melendres is our inaugural artist here at Only. So Lay actually made an NFT collection for Only. That's what we call Ink Vaders, the Ink Vaders collection. So the question, Lay, is how do you think that NFTs will impact the art
Art
industry?
industry.
Yeah.
Actually, for me, NFT has opened a lot of opportunities for, especially for digital artists, because it has given them a way to exhibit their artworks. Because most of the time, with galleries and exhibits, it's usually the traditional works that are accepted. But with this one, you're giving opportunity for these digital artists to show
Mhm.
their works, and you get to experience the artworks differently. Like, I've seen a lot of new VR museums that are very interactive, especially when the artworks that you are exhibiting are animated. So I've
Mhm.
seen this gallery, a VR gallery, where some of the elements from the paintings would walk out and interact with the person attending the gallery or trying out the gallery, which is really nice, because that's the sort of experience that you won't be able to experience on a regular gallery. So I think more than the innovation, uh, I think people would start to appreciate digital arts more now, because you can now give a price for digital artworks that is the same as traditional paintings, and
Mhm.
a lot a lot of people have been able to sell their NFTs even when they're just starting in art, which is really good.
Yeah. And actually, we are already leaning towards digitalization of things now. So we will be experiencing a lot of changes, especially for this opportunity with NFTs. So yeah, thank you for answering that, Dave. So for the next question, what do you think is lacking in the art industry? Would it be funds from the government, support from the community, lack of awareness? So do you have any insight about this?
Mm, I think uh, locally, we're lacking a bit of a strict when it comes to the intellectual property rights because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of artworks have been stolen here in the Philippines, and uh, to be honest, it's really crazy how even the bigger companies are stealing artworks in Google. We, that's actually pretty weird. And
Yeah.
um, the sad thing about it is some of those stolen artworks are uh, brought to the social medias, but the artists are never really compensated from that.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think uh, the industry here is uh, needs a bit of awareness when it comes to proper pricing because
Mm-hmm.
as you all know, in the Philippines we have so much artists, and clients tend to lowball when it comes to pricing because with so many artists around, you can always get a different artist for the project who can ask for a lower price, which is really unfair, especially for those who are already experienced in the field. Maybe we could have a community that is focused in when it comes to dealing with what kind of pricing everyone should be asking to their clients legally. I think
Yeah.
also it
Mm-hmm.
would help a lot if even for art-related courses, schools would start teaching people how to handle businesses. Because with a lot of freelance artists, you tend to struggle at first when it comes to dealing with legalities and
Sure.
registering your business, your freelance work, and uh, sometimes people would just uh, do things illegally, which is not very advisable for long-term businesses.
Mm-hmm. And that's actually a good pointer that we could tackle maybe on the next interviews or any
Yes.
podcast. Because actually, there's a lot of artists who's dealing with those kind of issues or concern in handling clients, something like that. So I think that would be an awesome discussion for the next time, I guess, that we could tackle. So yeah.
So for the next question, if you were to go back in time to when you were just starting out, what do you want to change and why?
I think more than anything, I would have asked a lot of stuff about like how to deal with clients. I think before kasi I was a bit shy when it comes to asking for help to those who are already established. So uh, what I would advise to younger artists who are just starting is to find groups who could help them when it comes to uh, dealing with clients and registering their businesses and even how they could like uh, promote themselves in the social medias.
Mhm.
So like uh, I think I would also improve my connections when it comes to when it comes to people who are already in the field, who are already successful. Because before I was a bit lacking when it comes to trying to do conversations, because I started as an introvert, and whenever I'm in events who are who is, what do you call this, events that are filled with a lot of professionals, I tend to be overwhelmed by it, and I tend to be intimidated by everyone. But now, whenever I visit events, I would start conversations with people, and I would even do projects with them, and uh, even keep their contacts in touch whenever for future purposes. Like sometimes I would do projects with them, and I think it's really nice to be able to find opportunities whenever you're interacting with a lot of people.
Yeah. So we're also curious, and this is actually a $1 million kind of question. So this is actually asked a lot of times in an interview. So we're also curious to know where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I actually see myself asking that same question. But my goal is to start to own a lot of businesses,
Mhm.
can be left alone for passive incomes.
Yeah,
I am also looking into finding apprentices for my work, because
that's nice.
um, I've always enjoyed teaching people uh, a lot of the things I know, and seeing them succeed in their own fields.
Mhm.
I think being able to pass on my art style to someone would be something that would feel like an accomplishment when I grow old. I think that's it.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Yeah. Right. So that ends our questions, Lay. So thank you for answering all those questions they've thrown to you. So yeah. So Lay, do you have any work or gigs that we can look forward to from you?
Actually, we're about to launch a brand new batch for Rhino Shield casing.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if it's available in the Philippines yet, but you can order them online. It's one of my biggest projects so far. And
Mm-hmm.
we're also about to launch a swimsuit with my design,
Oh, nice.
Wow.
and a few skateboards as well.
Oh.
Think we're also launching some helmets, a new
Mm-hmm.
brand from Icon. So I
Mm-hmm.
have already done a lot of designs for them, and we're still in the works for their latest design. Um, some of my projects are still very confidential, but
Yeah, I
Okay,
understand.
we
put
understand.
them up on Instagram as soon as I can.
Mhm.
Okay.
So yeah, and actually, the Ink Vaders are still available, right? So the Ink Vaders collection are still available uh, at at the OpenSea, so you can visit Lay Melendres collection, the Ink Vaders, at opensea.com/onlyio, right? So yeah, so that ends our live interview. So you can check Lay Melendres at. Can you provide Lay your social
Social
media
media.
handles? Yeah.
Actually, my most active social media right now is my Instagram, which is this one
Mhm.
there.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. All
You can
right.
also follow me on Facebook, Melendres. I'm also on YouTube and on Twitter. Everything
All
is it.
right. So that goes with the same handles, right? Melendres.
They
So
add a name Melendres.
so yeah, so you can guys follow Melendres on all his social media platform, and also don't forget to follow us and uh, add us up on our social media handles only IO. So you can follow us at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Telegram.
Yeah.
What else did we forget? Medium.
YouTube.
The YouTube. So yeah, please follow us at Only IO for all the future updates and for all the announcement that we will going to make in the future. So yeah, so late, would want to thank you for being here with us tonight on our The Mint episode 3. So we are grateful that
You
you've
are
given this
here.
time for us to be here.
you for
And
So
for our audience.
and so for our audience, thank you for tuning us and thank you for tuning and for being with us all throughout this live interview. So we are very grateful for your presence. So again, thank you so much again, guys, and we will see you on the next episode of the Min. Bye.